Hey everyone, Nintendo Boy 17 here. This time, I want to make a rant in regards to Nintendo mature-oriented games and the gaming community, which has to be one of the touchier subjects out there. I was contemplating on whether or not on making this, but after the recently nasty backdraft on Bayonetta 2 being exclusive to the Wii U, and the other being that Platinum Games is letting Nintendo publish a game intended for mature audiences, I have to say something on this. The first thing I must ask, did we forget that Nintendo published M-rated games before? Remember Perfect Dark on N64? Have you heard of two GameCube games called Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, and Geist? Granted, those three games were developed by other developers, but Nintendo still had involvement in publications. The second thing I must ask, did we also forget that Nintendo has been letting mature-oriented third-party games on their systems for ages? True, they were infamous for censoring their products in the NES and SNES eras, but that's the thing. They haven't done any huge censorship since the ESRB came into place. Why do you think the SNES version of Mortal Kombat 2 was left alone, showing the blood and gore? Even the stuff they published were left alone. Even Conker's Bad Fur Day, a game that caused more tension between Nintendo and Rare for what content it had, was still uncensored of its content and released on the N64 anyway. And since Bayonetta is known for its sexual themes, Nintendo hasn't bothered with those either, as I just mentioned, mainly violent stuff, which was something Conker had. And various third-party titles from Mad World, No More Heroes, Prince of Persia Warrior Within, Duke Nukem 0 Hour, and the True Crime games. The third thing I must ask, did you know Nintendo has been publishing third-party games for mature audiences in recent days? They published Capcom's Resident Evil Revelations in Europe, the Project Zero 2 aka Fatal Frame 2 remake by Tecmo Koei, again in Europe. And on the Wii U, Nintendo is publishing what's said to be a better version of Ninja Gaiden 3, a game that both Ninja Gaiden fans and critics alike hate on the PS3 and 360. And the last question I must ask, isn't this the same damn community that gets on Nintendo's ass for lacking third-party support in mature-oriented games when compared to the competition? Something they have been bashed for since the N64 era? Now they are getting flack for getting third-party games? What more do you fucking want from that company? On top of that, I can't get over how out of line the reaction got. It's so bad that employees at Platinum Games are receiving fucking death threats over this. How low can you go to express upset over a game being on a system and published by a company you don't like? That's all I needed to say on this matter. Apologies for the little angry ending there, but this pisses me off as a gamer and Nintendo fan. It's also a shame that Nintendo and SEGA are nothing more than subjects of controversy these days, mainly due to their unpleasable fan bases. They ask for one thing, and then when they do that thing, they get flagged for it. And that just makes me go, make up your damn mind! Well, thanks for listening.